What window treatments are trending in Toronto homes right now? We see a lot of homes across the GTA every week, and we have a pretty clear picture of what's popular, what's fading, and what's genuinely on the rise. This episode is about real trends we're seeing in the field, not just what looks good in design magazines. Zebra blinds are still the dominant trend in condos and new builds. They've been trending for about 4 years now, and they're not slowing down. The clean, alternating sheer and solid look fits perfectly with the modern minimalist aesthetic that dominates new GTA construction. The functionality drives the popularity as much as the look. Toronto condo dwellers love the ability to have some light without full exposure or full privacy without a completely darkened room. We're seeing zebra blinds moving from condos into houses as well, particularly in newer homes with open-plan main floors where the clean look suits the space. Motorization has crossed from luxury to expectation. 3 years ago, when we proposed motorized blinds, about half of customers would hesitate on the cost. Today, a significant portion of customers ask about motorization before we bring it up. The adoption of smart home technology generally, smart thermostats, smart locks, smart speakers, has normalized the idea of automated home systems. Blinds are a natural extension of that. The price of motorized systems has also come down meaningfully as competition has increased. What was a premium upgrade 2 years ago is now much more accessible, and that's reflected in how many customers are opting for it. Natural textures are having a major moment. After years of the ultra-white, ultra-minimal interior aesthetic, there's a clear and strong move toward warmth, texture, and organic materials in Toronto homes. Woven wood shades made from natural bamboo, jute, reeds, or grasses are selling very well right now. They bring a warmth into a room that no synthetic fabric quite replicates. In a living room or a bedroom, a woven wood shade has an instant coziness that clients react to very positively. Linen fabrics and roller blinds and Roman shades are similarly trending. The natural, slightly irregular texture of linen reads as warm and considered, the opposite of the flat, clinical look that dominated for a while. Boucle and boucle-inspired textures and drapes are also appearing frequently in the design-forward homes we're working in. Color is returning to drapes and curtains. For several years, neutral window treatments dominated completely. White, off-white, gray, beige. We're now seeing a strong trend toward color, particularly in drapes and curtains. Deep forest greens are extremely popular right now in Toronto living rooms and bedrooms. Terracotta and warm rust tones, navy and deep indigo, warm camel and ochre. These colors make a room feel more personal and more considered. They're a statement that the design is intentional rather than default. The color typically appears in the drapes while the blind layer remains neutral. This gives you the best of both. The practical blind does its job quietly while the expressive drape makes the visual impact. Layering is the approach high design clients consistently choose. Among customers who've done their research and have a clear vision for their interiors, layered window treatments, a blind close to the glass plus drapes over top, are the overwhelming preference. The trend mirrors what interior designers have been doing in high-end homes for years. It just takes time for design approaches to filter into the broader market. Layered treatments photograph well for social media and real estate listings, which is something homeowners are increasingly aware of. A beautifully layered window elevates the look of a room in photos significantly. Solar shades are growing fast, especially in new builds. As GTA new construction trends toward larger windows and more glass, particularly in south and west-facing living rooms, solar shades are becoming the practical answer to afternoon glare and solar heat gain. A solar shade cuts glare dramatically while maintaining a view and keeping the room feeling light and open. In a home with beautiful views or a nice backyard, being able to manage the sun without sacrificing the outlook is a significant quality of life win. The demand for solar shades is particularly high in condo units, with large south and west-facing windows where the afternoon sun makes the space uncomfortable without intervention. What's fading? The ultra-minimal, all-white look. White roller blinds in white rooms with white walls. The look that dominated for about a decade is starting to feel dated in design-conscious homes. This doesn't mean white blinds are wrong. White blinds in a colorful room with interesting textures and warm materials can look fantastic. But the all-white everything approach, where the window treatment disappears entirely into a blank white palette, is being replaced by something with more character. Also fading, heavy valances and ornate cornice boards. These were popular in the 2000s and early 2010s as a way to finish the top of a window treatment. They feel heavy and dated now. Clean ceiling-mounted rods with simple rings or grommets is the contemporary approach. Regional nuances across the GTA. Toronto proper, particularly the downtown core, Leslieville, Roncesvalles, the Annex, tends to run slightly ahead of suburban areas in terms of design trends. Condos in these neighborhoods are where we see new trends appear first. Suburban GTA, Vaughan, Oakville, Mississauga, leans toward larger windows, more traditional room proportions, and a slightly more classic approach to window treatments. Drapes are more common. Wood blinds appear more frequently. The north of the city, Forest Hill, Lawrence Park, Bridle Path, is where the highest-end custom work tends to happen. Floor-to-ceiling drapes in premium fabrics, motorized systems, layered treatments throughout. These homes tend to set a standard that other areas follow a few years later. If you want to know what would look current and right in your specific home, come see us at Joe's Blinds. We keep up with what's working in Toronto homes and we'll give you an honest, practical recommendation rather than just showing you what we have the most of in stock. Call us